Now we're cooking. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Dalvin Cook. He's back and coming.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. There's Carson Wentz bringing out the Philadelphia Eagles. 21 touchdown passes, just 7 interceptions for him last year until a back injury knocked him out in Week 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here now the starters defensively for the Vikings. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd-year back from Florida State. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. Open here, Adam Thielen. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. On first down, Cook. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that...
And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and
now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Check the backer.
On first down, they run with Howard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Check. Watch 54. I got one.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 24-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with the powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle. If pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah.
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive. And also give them a first down.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Cook, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
A toss to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Following the good run by Cook. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Coming to you.
On the delay, this is Abdullah. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Nifty move. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here are the Vikings to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, it's Cook. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. I call it no gain there on the first down play. They'll try to throw now. Cousins under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. On first down, Abdullah. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And quickly they get to the line. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A second down run for Abdullah. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Running from the gun, it's Abdullah.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On the run, Abdullah. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Abdullah. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing his Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Wentz to throw, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff. This is Abdullah. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Abdullah. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins to throw it. Shakes off the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now Wentz and the Eagles down by 15. A minute 11 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Wentz going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wentz again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings are going to win this football game. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the final second.